progressing. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman. We are back with preview and predictions. We're going to be talking a lot of things going into SummerSlam weekend. I'm even going to talk a little NXT TakeOver when it comes to this. If you are brand new to the channel, we've been covering everything. We got Rampage coverage for tomorrow, so if you're an AEW fan, you're going to want to make sure to be around. And if you've known me for a long time, I am hyped going into this show. I hope they don't let us down, but I've got faith. We got SummerSlam. We got a review coming up for that on Saturday. Sunday, there probably won't be a TakeOver review, but I'm going to try and get my thoughts out maybe into a quick podcast form for you guys by Monday. We're going to take care of business. We're handling things in here. If you guys are in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. I'm doing this kind of just on the whim right now. So whoever joins, and that's just what it's going to be. But thank you to everyone who's in here. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. But we got a lot to talk about when it comes to this big weekend. SummerSlam is got a big sponsor behind it. But let's start off first with NXT TakeOver, shall we? Let's get into some of those matchups that we have to look at here. And the first matchup that I want to take a look at is a storyline that I think has been very, 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 very intriguing. So NXT TakeOver is happening August 22nd, 8 p.m. So it's weird. It's going to be like reverse. Usually it's the WWE pay-per-views are on Sunday, but for this situation, NXT TakeOver is going to be live on Sunday at 8 Eastern Standard Time. But these takeovers are always fun. Haven't seen a bad takeover yet, and I think we're in a good spot to say that and continue to say that. When we look at this show, not a lot of matches on it. It's happening from the Capitol Wrestling Center. Something different here. But this storyline has been amazing to me. This has been the simplest storytelling in pro wrestling, and sometimes that's what is needed. We've got Cameron Grimes to the moon versus LA Knight. And LA Knight right now is the $1 million champion, as we all know, and he's been holding the title, and Cameron Grimes lost a match where if he lost, he would be his butler, hence why he is dressed like this in the photograph. Well, to me, this simple storytelling's been great. Cameron Grimes tries to do the right thing, and LA Knight screws him over every time. And DiBiase's kind of been sitting here and just sticking up for Cameron Grimes, telling him, hey, you got to stand up for yourself. You got to do what's right. And when you look at this overall, they added another stipulation to this. LA Knight said if Grimes loses, the Hall of Famer $1 million man, Ted DiBiase, is going to be forced to work as his butler as well. This has been some interesting stuff going into this. I think that the fun has been had, and we all know NXT's in a lot of turmoil right now, and I don't know what's going to happen. And shout out to Azan for To the Moon. I appreciate that, Azan. Ace also in the house saying what's up. Thank you guys so much, man. Make sure you share this with your friends who like wrestling, man. We could use more people in here. Jocelyn watching on Twitch. What's happening? How was last night's recap? Recap was fun last night. About an hour we went. But yeah, definitely go back and check that out in the archives, Jocelyn. Also up on podcast form and on here on YouTube. For this one, though, I think I got to go with Cameron Grimes. I feel like DiBiase doesn't need to be in the butler role, and I think it's time for Cameron Grimes to get a little bit of his mojo back, if you will. So that one's got me very interested when it comes to that one. What do you guys think in the chat here? We got Ace, first one to come in. He says Cameron Grimes has to win on Sunday. I agree. I think that it's long overdue for him to finally get a victory back. He's been on kind of a losing streak. He's been the sappy baby face that just can't get over. I agree with Ace wholeheartedly when it comes to this match. I'm going to just keep it moving here because I don't see anybody else putting their thoughts in here. So I'm going to keep it moving. Let's do, what match do we want to cover next here? Let's talk about the NXT UK Championship. Bro, to me, this could have been argued as one of the matches of the year. We've got Volta versus Ilya Dragunov. An incredible match. It had me and my friends arguing over, would you rather take a chop from Walter than other things? And when you're questioning taking in a chop from somebody, you know it's good. They had a great barn burner during all of the pandemic era. They had a great match on NXT UK. I think this is the moment where I'm going to have to pick someone to beat Walter. I got to go with Ilya Dragunov here. He's impressed. He's done well every single time he stepped up. And if not Ilya Dragunov, who? There's no Cesaro over there right now. There's nobody else. I got to go with Dragunov for the victory in this one. It seems pretty much a layup, in my opinion, for what we have to do here. Dragunov's the guy, and I think I just makes me wonder though too, like what happens to this NXT UK brand? We've been promoting it, we've been doing a lot of different things with this, right? We've been seeing cuts, and I'm not trying to be the Debbie Downer here, but is NXT UK next to have some cuts happen to it? I don't know. I know Walter's been impressive, but Walter seems like he doesn't really want to leave from the UK or Europe and come all the way over stateside and move here. What can you do to entice Walter to wrestle here? Maybe you could say he's got a special contract, but I do think Walter is needed on the NXT brand. I've never liked how they've treated him on the main roster, but with the changes going on in NXT, who knows what's next? Who knows? So quite interesting when it comes to this. Let's look at this next matchup. Long-time feud here. We've got for NXT TakeOver 36. It's a feud that's been going on forever and ever. It is Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole taking on each other. This matchup is 2 out of 3 falls, but this one's set up kind of weird. They each got to pick a stipulation. Kyle O'Reilly picked a pinfall or submission match, just a regular normal match. Adam Cole picked a street fight, and a third fall, if necessary, it will be, is going to be a steel cage match. Rumors of Adam Cole possibly leaving here. There's a lot to speculate that's going on with this. I think at the end of the day, no matter what happens, if Adam Cole stays, if he leaves, if he gets to keep his Twitch, we don't know. But I do think at the end of the day, when we're looking at how is all of this going to work in totality, I feel personally you have to give the win to Kyle O'Reilly, no matter what. Kyle O'Reilly needs the victory in this match. He needs it. Like, I don't know what else to say. I mean, he has to get the win here because he's someone who, if you're going to put the NXT championship on in the future, you've got to build him up. You've got to do something that's going on here. What's going on, Rob? Thank you for joining. I don't know what else to do, man. I don't know what else to do with Kyle O'Reilly. I know Adam Cole, like I'm not a fan of both their in-ring music. It's just trash. We got to do better for their theme songs. I think that the Undisputed Era theme was just so iconic that it's going to be tough to beat that. But Adam Cole is amazing. And if I'm WWE, I'm trying to keep this guy no matter what, at all costs. Adam Cole's got options right now. He's got a lot of places that'll want him. He could go to Ring of Honor. I'm sure they'll take him back in a heartbeat. He could go to AEW. He can go to Japan. He can go to WWE. There's a lot of options for him. But A said it best. Kyle O'Reilly needs to win more. If you're building a brand around guys like Kyle O'Reilly, but we don't know what the fate of NXT is as well. But Adam Cole's done it all there. He does not need this win at all. At all. It's just not necessary, in my opinion. So easily give that win to Kyle O'Reilly. Let's move on to the next matchup here. We've got for NXT TakeOver 36, we have a women's championship matchup. We've got a matchup here with Dakota Kai challenging her former best friend Raquel Gonzalez for the championship. I have compared this to the longtime matchup with Shawn Michaels and Diesel, with Raquel playing Diesel, and I feel like this could be their WrestleMania 11 matchup here. The question is more so, who do they want to call up Dakota Kai's been coming up to the main roster a lot lately, giving her some looks. They've had her perform as a babyface and losing. That doesn't make sense to me. But do you want to take the championship off of Raquel Gonzalez here? I'm going to stick with my WrestleMania 11 theory. I'm going to say that Dakota Kai puts on a great match. It's going to be close, but no cigar. And I do think Raquel Gonzalez retains the NXT Women's Championship when it comes down to this matchup. And perhaps we see Dakota go to the main roster. The SmackDown women's division is in desperate need of more people to be in it. Sometimes I just look at it and I'm like, this is all we've got. Same thing with Raw, though, too. Like, bro, fit these people in somewhere where they belong. And I just want to see something better. A says Raquel retains the NXT Women's Championship. Facts. And Rob said so was Bronson Reed. Yeah, that hurts, man. That really hurts at NXT. I'm going to say they fucked it. They fucked up, man. They shouldn't have got rid of Bronson Reed. There's a lot of people right now that I'm just scratching my head as to why they're doing what they're doing with them. And let's look here at the main event matchup here. The match that I'm looking forward to. Another one of my favorites is in this one. Samoa Joe, who was released by WWE and then immediately brought back to the NXT brand. He's taking on Karrion Kross, who has been on Monday Night Raw. He lost his first match to Jeff Hardy. They've been doing a lot of different things with Karrion Kross here. Is it time, though, for them to switch the belt? And I say yes. I think you give the title to Samoa Joe to just give this a fresh facelift. Maybe you don't have Scarlett with him again, and Scarlett is the antithesis for what is happening with Karrion Kross. And maybe Scarlett is the thing that gets him back on track, and we put him on the main roster and start giving him feuds on there. I really don't think he needs to do anything else when it comes to this. Boom. That's it, man. That's all that I've got for this one. Samoa Joe is someone who I would love to see as champ. I think you could do a lot of good things with him. Bringing him in would be one of the better moves that they've made recently with the releases. I can't be mad at it. I can't be mad at it. So, and I'm going to kick it over here real quick to the chat. Jocelyn says, what if Raquel loses and gets called up? That wouldn't be a bad move either. I could see WWE doing something like that if they wanted to. But is it necessary? No. And I think right now, if we're going by what they've shown, the cards have shown that they've been looking at Dakota Kai more. But who knows? Like Rob said, maybe they said Bronson as well, and maybe this is just to see, should we cut her? A says if Joe wins, he becomes a 3-time NXT champion on Sunday. Excellent point, my friend. Excellent point. And I think Joe will be the first guy to do it. He was the first 2-time NXT champion too. If those don't remember when he was going up against Finn Balor and Nakamura, and he was putting on some bangers down there. Let Joe work, man. Let Joe work. He's good at this. He's got this. But yeah, it'll be very, very interesting. Never seen a bad takeover. Not too many things to complain about when it comes to that. We got through takeover in less than 15 minutes there. I do want to, before we get into SummerSlam, talk a little bit here about who is this podcast sponsored by, and then who SummerSlam is sponsored by. This podcast, though, you know we're sponsored by Manscaped. You can use our promo code EPW Show to save 20% off. Go to manscaped.com, find the items that you like. Maybe you'd be interested in the Lawnmower 4.0. Maybe you'd be interested in the Crop Preserver. Maybe you like some new boxers. There are many things offered by Manscaped, and we've got you covered when it comes to those. So do me a favor, go to manscaped.com, use our promo code EPW Show, and save yourself some money and get some free delivery on us. We also have powerslam.tv. Use our promo code EPW Show to get yourself some free pro wrestling. We are open to work with many other sponsors. Powerslam.tv. Use the promo code EPW Show. I will always try to make that the promo code for you guys, and we will try to hook you guys up with anything that we have. So thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast, and hopefully you can consider that a gift from me. Let's get into who SummerSlam is sponsored by. I've been waiting for news on this video game all week, and I've just put up a screen capture for you here, a screenshot that just came up today. I saw a lot of people talking. They were teasing. Let me get my logo out of the way here. I already got my face cover. We've got Edge, the rated R superstar, in this new game. I think this looks pretty cool for the most part. The graphics look on point. But I want to hear something more about this game, and hopefully on Saturday we get something. We need something when it comes to this video game. The last WWE 2K20 was really doo-doo, so it just didn't satisfy what we needed to do, and this game is make or break right now. They have to show up. They have to do something that we need in this. And I'm just going to post some of your comments here. I don't know if the stream's a little behind for you guys, but yes, Rob, that'll be 3-time champion. Jocelyn says, it's been a while since we've seen Joe in the ring. We need that great heel work. Facts. Joe become NXT champion. What's up, Jeff Samuel? Thank you for joining us. 6 says, sup, just had surgery and the post meds are kicking in heavy. Your boy feels like he can run through a brick wall like the Kool-Aid man right now. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Sick, man. Leave me your thoughts. I know you're a WWE 2K fan as well, man. Come on in here. Good job with the plugs. Thank you, Azan. Azan, make sure you take care of those, man. Use those. Get well, Sick. I can second that. He looks like Dr. House. Randy Sam said LA Knight wins by the way of Corbin. Dragunov wins. Raquel retains. Joe wins. Looks like we're all in agreement here. Oh, my boy Popo in the house. About to shop for my testicles in the name of EPW. What's going on, Po? Love you, bro. Thank you for being in here. A said we need to hear more from it. I agree. WWE 2K20, we got to get something for this game. Dear 2K, show me gameplay or STFU. I'll let you decide what that stands for. Randy Sam says, I agree. They need to slam down the WWE 2K games. It's got to be good. Yeah, you can't afford the L when it comes to this one. And I got another one for you guys just to see a different screenshot. Look at the textures on this look great. I want to see the gameplay. They've had 2 years to do something with this. So, like, I'm going to put my face back on this. Like, I'm not playing. 2K, you got to fucking show up. Like, if you – Virtual Basement and AEW's got everyone's attention, too. There are lots of good wrestling games, and I want us just to be able to go back to the days of – man, we had a lot of good wrestling games all at once, and we need that back ASAP. So that's what I need from the WWE 2K series. And we'll end with 6 comment here. He says, I'm going to buy this game. It's their last chance with me, though. Plus 2 other games are far off from being released. I miss wrestling games and playing and talking shit with my XGW brethren. That's a fact, man. Shout out to the XGW crew, everyone over there. Good friends, man. Good friends. We've been playing those games for years. And we don't know if it's on PS5 or not. There's a lot of speculation going on with the game, and we just kind of want answers from it. But let's get into this 10-match SummerSlam card, shall we? This was a pay-per-view I was looking forward to, and then it kind of... Popo said, what are you more excited for, 2K or AEW? You know what, Popo? Right now, I'm going to say 2K because I want to see what they do. And shout out to Popo, who's also part of XG Dub. So 6 said AEW. I am excited for AEW, but what 6 said resonates with me. Like, we're so far away from that WWE. You got to show up. You got to make me say, okay, I remember why I play these games now. So it's on them. It's on them at this point. But let's talk about SummerSlam. What it was sponsored by WWE 2K22. SummerSlam is happening August 21st, 8 p.m. at Allegiant Stadium. I know it's Allegiant. we used to hear people come up and say that at a job I had. Allegiant? No, it's Allegiant. So it's going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada. Big crowd showing up for this. Shout out to Jesse from the Pro Wrestling Shoot. We did SummerSlam predictions on his podcast as well. And it was really fun, man. And he's going to be at the show live, him and James Pinard. So shout out to those guys. Make sure you check out their podcast as well. Yeah, we got a lot going on in here, man. Conrad, nice hat, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hopefully you're a fan of the New York Yankees, but I appreciate you saying nice hat, man. Fitted all the way, especially when you got a big head like me. Let's talk about the first match, and I know this will make a lot of people happy right here. There's a lot of Alexa Bliss fans still out there, and that's no knock on them. I get it. People are Alexa Bliss fans. We've got Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie. I hope that this match is short because I think that Alexa in ring she's got way more of an upside than Eva Marie, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to disrespect Eva Marie, but she's a character when it comes to this, and so is Alexa Bliss. And I just feel like this isn't going to work out too well. And what I'm hoping we get from this is the reason why Doudrop could maybe slap Eva Marie. Can we call her Piper Nevin? Like, I hate this Doudrop bullshit name. It sucks. Like, I know that we're going to get to the payoff, I hope, but like, I want her to get some revenge on Eva Marie for that slap across the face. But give Bliss the win here. I mean, you're trying to build up this character. I don't know where you're going with this, though. We lost Bray Wyatt in the process. Those in power in WWE decided, here, you're kind of the new Fiend now. And I don't think this is going to work in the long term. I just think you can't give someone else another person's gimmick, in my opinion. But we'll have to see what happens. A said, I better not see any championship matches from Raw or SmackDown on the pre-show. You might. B-Boy Skyline says, Doudrop will get controlled by Lily. Interesting. Alexa Bliss is a 5-time champ. You best believe she's winning. You never know, though, man. They may try to get the heat with Eva Marie. They may try some stuff here when it comes to that. You've got choices in this one. I would go with Bliss getting the W. If it's up to me, give it to Bliss. She needs it. She's trying to do some in-ring character work. We're trying to mix it up a little bit. So why not? Let's move on to, I'm trying to find the next match that I know I probably have no cares about. There it is. It's Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. Do not hinder Jinder, some will say. Listen, Veer and Shanky have been banned from ringside because Drew won, but he can bring I forgot what he calls the sword. There's a name for it. Someone in the chat will remind me. But Drew McIntyre can bring his sword ringside. I hope nobody's going to get stabbed in this match, but I've seen crazier things happen in WWE shows lately. This just, I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing here. Drew McIntyre wins the championship during the midst of the pandemic, and he's now feuding with his former 3-man band brethren. Can we hold on. Rob said they both suck. I think that was in reference to the last match. When you look at this, bro, can we get Heath Slater back? Can we have Heath Slater back? That's all I'm asking for. If we're going to do a match with these two, put Heath Slater in. It's not that hard. You see? You put them in, and I just want to see 3-man band. Like, I don't know. But I don't want to see a reunion between them. To me, the problem with this match is that there's a huge gap in talent and meaningness once it comes to Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal. Do you guys agree with this? I hope you don't think I'm selling, but that's it, man. Drew McIntyre's better than this, in my opinion. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk. He just is. I don't get it, man. OFC 24/7 championship. They could show up with that. Drew will win, though, because of the toys. Yeah. Listen, I get why they're doing it. You're going to make some bread off of this, but I don't like when world champions go backwards in the storyline. Don't hinder the Jinder. Jinder with the upset, as Zahn says. This feud needs Heath Slater back. See, Jason knows. Why is this a SummerSlam match? It could just be a Raw match. You'll know on Monday. You might get a rematch. Drew versus Jinder could be match of the night, Ace says. 2 former champs at each other. Heath is happy in Impact. I do like Heath Slater over in Impact. He's been injured, so hopefully we get to see him come back soon. But it's what it's going to be with that matchup, like, yeah. Let's get into a fun one here. Let's do a fun matchup next. Let's talk about the Raw Tag Team Championships. We've got RK Bro. They've kind of been a guilty pleasure of mine on Monday Night Raw. Riddle has been phenomenal in this role. When it comes to him showing up on the scooter, just doing what he's going to do, Riddle is hilarious. Randy Orton, one of the best out there. You can't really say too much about him and AJ Styles. They're both phenomenal, pun intended. They're both awesome, though. They get it done, man. And Omos has been trying to transition. He's been put with AJ. They've been dominant for the most part. I feel like AJ's kind of above doing this. And shit, not going to lie, Orton too. But I think Raw just doesn't know what to do with some of the guys. You've seen Orton and AJ feud a bunch of times, but now it's different because there's tag teams involved. In this one, though, I'm calling it now. I'm predicting new tag team champions here. I think we've got to get RK Bro the dub, man. We have to. John L. Jackson, thank you for joining us, my brother. I appreciate you, man. He says Drew McIntyre was in the title picture so much he needed something else to do. This is true, man, but not this low, you know? Jinder? Connor says RK Bro is back. RKO Bro. Omos should act goofy like Shaq after this whole tag team thing. No. Riddle gets RKO'd. Calling it now, Six says. RK Bro will win the tag team championships on Saturday. RK Bro is such a great story. Popo says RK Bro is going to win. Derek in the house saying, yo, yo, yo. What's going on, D? We need rated RKO back. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, no, we don't. They were wreaking havoc on Raw. Dirty bastard. If you don't know where that's from, Rob will probably laugh. He's the one who pointed it out to me. But yeah, it's just going to be what it is for that match. And I guess we'll stick with tag team things here. Let's get into the Mysterios and the Usos here. And I just saw two more comments pop up. SC Williams in the house. What's going on, SC? Saying AJ and Omos will retain new tag team face-off. AJ and Omos in the back, but Riddle is going to turn on Randy. He'll listen to AJ's advice. Interesting. Riddle. Oh, wait. Ritter over Riddle. Okay. Edie comes in. Even if Randy and Riddle win, Randy will go after the WWE title later. So this team will not be for long. I agree with that, Edie. I could definitely see that happening as well. Where's the New Day? Maybe they get added to the match. Maybe they're going to be on the hunt for Big E's briefcase. New Day will all be back. Eddie's son, Derek, cut it out. This is the same pay-per-view, though, where Eddie and Ray had a ladder match. And instead of going to CPS for custody of a kid, they had a match only in the WWE, right? Dominik Mysterio and Rey Mysterio are taking on the Usos in this one. Part of the bloodline with Roman Reigns. I don't even know if that's the official name for them, but the Usos have been trying to build themselves up, get into a matchup here to defend their tag team titles. Rey Mysterio and Dominik want their belts back. They've been kind of cheating, little mischievous ways to get the dub here. So I think that's going to be a fun match. I've really liked how Dominik has grown in the ring. I don't know if you guys all feel the same way, but Dominik, in my opinion, has really grown. And I want to know, do you guys think Dominik's ready to just be on his own, after all of this? Is it time for Dominik to do his own thing? You know, is it time for him to move forward? But at what expense, though? Do you want him to turn on his dad? I see Azan just put Dominik turns heel, but I don't know if you can do that. Hold on here. We got SC Williams said Usos retain. Connor says I haven't watched WWE in a while on TV. Sometimes pay-per-views. This will be one to check out, Connor, to see if you want to start watching it again. Don turning on Little Daddy Ray. Come on now, Eddie's son. We got people acting up in the chat, I see. Usos retain, then Randy and Dom start crying because they lose in the unexpected, unpredictable Ray turn on Dominik. Oh, we haven't had heel Rey Mysterio since the Filthy Animal days. Let's see here. Eddie says Usos retain if Usos lose. I see Roman losing too. Ooh. Matt Riddle's a former NXT champion and the next half of the Raw Tag Team Champions. Dominik heel turn. Mr. Pro Wrestling 1, thank you for coming on in and joining us in the chat. Appreciate you. He's got Mysterio's taking this one. Okay. We got SC Williams. Ray turns on Dom. He's tired of losing unless both turn heel. Think of a form of 50 animals stable, former filthy animals. I was a big filthy animals fan. Actually, many people don't know this. My rap group when I used to rap was called the Animals. And if you ever ask why is that, it was because of the filthy animals. That was part of my contribution to why we were called that. So small little fact for you guys. Dom can't turn heel yet. I agree. He's his father's son for sure, but I don't like this dad versus son thing they pushing. I don't think it's needed. I'm with Sick. Like everybody doesn't have to turn on their tag team partners. It's just not necessary. But in the world of WWE, you know that ish is going down half the time. So yeah. Let me see here. Dom turns heel and then uses Eddie's music. Peace. Peace. Let me go back to your comments. Derek said, I actually like this match for some reason. Usos retained. Derek, I'm telling you, SmackDown's way better than Raw. Derek watches Raw with me every week, and we usually end up like doing something else. Raw needs to improve, though, because once Monday Night Football starts, I don't think I'm going to be watching Monday Night Raw if it's still in the same flux it's in. What do you think if The Fiend debuts in AEW to face Sting? I'm down with it. I'm down. Eddie, that would be a dope match. Jason says this is going to be a good match. Fire. Was Billy Kidman in WCW? Yeah, Billy Kidman was in the group. Conan. Eddie Guerrero was in the original one. I think Disco Inferno was in at one time. Like, they had a lot of people in there, man. I know it's hard to go back and watch WCW 99 and all that stuff. Burial. Derek said, terrible. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it a stack when it comes to the show, though, man. I'm sorry. Let's get into our next match. So we've talked about both of the tag team title matches. Let's get into... Let's talk about this match here. Let's talk about the U.S. title match. Sheamus versus everyone's favorite up-and-comer right now, Damian Priest. Now, here's the weird thing. I got to ask this. I have wrestling style questions. Hashtag wrestling fashion. Shout out to JPQ and Queen. Dude, Damian Priest, if you guys ever hear Casey rants about this. He's just like, yo, what's up with the tattoos, bro? I've got a bigger problem with Sheamus. Why does Sheamus dress like this now? Like, can anybody explain to me, why is Sheamus dressed like this? Why? Is he selling newspapers? Is he supposed to get ready for a fight dressed like that? I don't get it. He used to wear regular clothes. Why is Sheamus dressed like that? It don't make any type of sense. I don't know. I don't know what this one. Usos retain. Street Profits face off with them. Yeah, that's the big payoff match, Jason Michael. Why I have the Usos retaining as well. Eddie Guerrero, facts. That young 38-year-old Damian Priest. Yes. I got Damian Priest winning this, though. I think it's time for a new champ. Sheamus hasn't done shit. And I give zero shits about this match. Six said, yeah, it's kind of just there. That's what happens when you don't elevate your championship belts. And this has been the case with this. I haven't really seen Sheamus defending it enough to care. There haven't been any matches to care about. There's no story behind this. What's the story? Somebody tell me. Mark, what's going on? He said Priest is on fire. You can't deny that. No, Priest is not my issue. I think Priest should win this, honestly. Give him a chance, see what he can do. He's got the height, the size that WWE is looking for. Damian Priest winning. I hope Sheamus can come out to Lobster Head. He wants that theme back, I think, because the whole bar fight thing with Jeff Hardy from last year. Azan, I'm going to pull this picture up one more time. What is he wearing? extra, extra, read all about it. Like, I swear, bro, I always think he's gonna have bust out like a newspaper or something when I see that. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm crazy, but I just shake my head at it, man. I just shake my head at it. That's gonna be an all right match. Like I said, I hope really in the end Damian Priest gets the win. And just as quickly as we talk about a match that was interesting, Sheamus needs to lose to go for the WWE title. Eddie, you got to build him up, man. Like, I thought he could have did that when he was facing off with Drew, but they didn't go that route, really. Damian Priest wins the U.S. title, but Miz cost him after the match. Irish pub wear. It sounds like something you get right before this back-to-school sales. Does Elias debut his new character at SummerSlam? Interesting question mark. That's up to Elias. I don't know what they're going to do with him. It's interesting what they've been doing. I feel like they had that Rick Boogs guy, take his shine a little bit. We talk about people like taking gimmicks, or the creative says, no, you've got that gimmick now. He's playing the guitar now and doing all the same things that Elias was doing before, but in a babyface role now. Morrison turns on Miz potentially at SummerSlam. That is something that could definitely happen. And B-Boy says Peacock better not mess up. I wouldn't bet money on that. Let's talk about this triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship. I don't care. I just don't care about this. I'm sorry to say. Nikki A.S.H, Charlotte, and Rhea Ripley are all in this. Cool, great. I don't want to see any of them as the champ right now. Is that bad? To me, here's the thing. I'm going to break down each person. Charlotte, great wrestler. Rhea Ripley, excellent. She had an excellent personality in NXT. Ever since she lost to Charlotte, she really hasn't been the same. Nikki Cross had this new character. I wanted to give it a shot, but she's too over the top, like goody-goody, and I think we need to do a heel turn with her with this and figure out a way maybe to make her the villain, if that makes any sense. I don't know what we do here. Where are we going with this? Like, does anybody have a thought? Because this one's going to be tough for me. If I have to pick who wins this, like, I'm going to be pissed if Charlotte's just getting another title reign out of this. If Rhea Ripley gets it back, it really doesn't do much. I think you just keep it on Nikki A.S.H at this point until you figure out what you want to do. Character change would be good. Boogs definitely took his gimmick. Well, he was given his gimmick. Sick. You know how Vince and the boys get down. Morrison with Frankie Monet turns on Miz, Conrad. I would like that if they do that. F this noise, Derek says. Charlotte is winning and Becky returns to face Charlotte at the next pay-per-view. Yeah, we need something to just get this division hyped back up. Where's Asuka been? A Nikki Cross heel turn would be nice. I agree, Conrad. You know, I had Charlotte picked to win in our predictions video, but I'm starting to think Nikki A.S.H may retain this. That's where I'm going. Because I'm sick of seeing Charlotte win these belts back right away to lose them. It's like you're forcing the reigns to happen at that point. Cross versus Alexa, maybe. You could do that. Remember, Hurricane was a heel at first. This is true, Azan. This is true. And I think, Azan, that might be a real big reason as to why the character worked, too. So we're going to go with Nikki A.S.H for the retain and all of this. I'm looking to see what match we want to talk about next. You know what? Let's get this one out of the way, too. We've got Bill Goldberg versus Bobby Lashley, MVP in the corner. I have loved this combination of Lashley and MVP. MVP's a fantastic, phenomenal manager, mouthpiece. He is great in this role. We need it back, man. Like, we need managers back like MVP. If you can get over in the role, I miss the Hurt Business. I thought they were a great group. Bill Goldberg, I don't see his son really getting involved in this matchup. He's been showing him on TV, and what a transformation that kid has had. Like, he's in good shape, good for him. But Goldberg's out here doing this, and I don't know why. He hasn't won the last couple matches, and I don't think he's going to win this one either. I'm going to take Bobby Lashley here to get the victory. It seems like it's the only right thing to do. The real question I've got for you guys in the chat is, do we see a cash-in happening? Could Big E cash in on this championship match? Because it's always been said he could cash in on either title. Maybe he cashes in on the Raw champion and goes over to Raw to reunite the New Day. I almost said the New Day. Yeah, that's an option. Lashley is winning and facing Lesnar at Mania 38. We'll see. Pooh Goldberg. Laugh out loud, Conrad. You hear Lashley said, "I want MVP, not Paul Heyman." No disrespect, but he managed Lashley in TNA. Yeah, Lashley was great in TNA with him. They actually had Dan Lambert with him too, who was on AEW last night at one point managing Lashley. So it's there, man. If Goldberg wins this match, I think Derek's meant to say, "I'm going to flip. Don't you dare let Bob win when Bray couldn't." Wait. If Goldberg loses this match, you can't double book against him, Derek. They got to try something. Gage at the end of the match looks at Bobby and says, 8 years. You never know, bro. That could be a big matchup. Eddie says Big E will cash in only if Lashley wins. If Bobby Lashley wins, Big E comes out and cashes in the Money in the Bank contract. But Corbin's got it right now. And Baron Corbin has to be on this show some way, somehow. It's one of my favorite storylines as well. You know why? Baron Corbin's got real life problems. Can't pay his bills. Credit scores going down the drain. Lost everything. Lost his family. Lost his woman. Lost his car. These are real life problems. I feel for Baron Corbin. Derek says a word that I will not say on the stream, but you can read it right there. Language. I really need one match that's worth me watching for SummerSlam. I think there's a couple on here. Like we said, there's a couple. I do like the tag title matches that we've got for the show, but these last couple I'm going to get into are the three that I'm most looking forward to. And let's start first with the man we just looked at that's going to be in the video game on this day. It's Edge versus Seth Rollins. I got to be honest with you guys here. Seth Rollins drip gimmick, this fake ass Joker shit, I don't like it. It just screams bullshit. And I feel like Edge hasn't really won too much. Edge is my pick to win this, by the way. I feel like Edge needs that good feel-good moment and the win to be like, oh, this is why Edge is a threat still. Rollins doesn't need the win, but I do think Rollins will eventually get to compete for the Universal Championship. He's just got to be patient, wait his time. And I do think a gimmick change is coming for Rollins soon because this ain't working for me. Maybe you guys in the chat are feeling it. I'll read what you guys think about this, but I'm not feeling this one, really. S.C. Williams said Corbin's run with the case, but Big E shows up, attacks him, and Lashley stare off. Cash in and the New Day come out, but LA Knight sells Corbin to come Sunday if he wants his money, right, Conrad? S.C. Williams, that was funny. Edge is winning this one. Edge hasn't won in front of fans yet. Yeah, I think this is the moment, Mark. And Eddie, I agree. Seth Rollins needs the dub, Azan says. I just don't think they're going to do it. I just don't think they're going to do it. Edge needs this win, SC says. Seth losing won't hurt him at all, and I think Seth's going to get a character change, maybe back up helping him. Yeah, they got to do something to enhance his character right now at this point. Edge, like I said, looking phenomenal in that 2K game. For anyone who missed it, these are the graphics that were shown for the WWE 2K game. Looks pretty good right now at this point, but yeah, that's what we got going on with him. Yeah, plenty more to talk about, discuss, and dissect with this card. Let's get into the last two matches here. Let's talk about the phenomenal match that we had at WrestleMania Night 1. This women's match stole the show, in my opinion, at WrestleMania. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, they delivered an incredible match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This is where Bianca Belair got the victory. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this one. Who are you predicting to win this match? Is it Bianca or Sasha? This is the rematch that everybody's been waiting for. Bianca's title reign really has been kind of uneventful, though. She had a feud with Bayley, and I really don't remember too much else. Fought Carmella. We've basically been waiting for Sasha to come back. Sasha came back, helped her, and we were all waiting for the heel turn. And Sasha Banks works very well as a heel, but she's got the Randy Orton effect usually. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Anytime she's the opposite, they want her the opposite. So if she's a face, they want her as a heel. If she's a heel, they want her as a face. If she's a face, heel. Like, you can't have it both ways. So maybe they need to have Sasha playing that neutral role, kind of like what I would do with Orton. Orton should just RKO everybody. There's no one safe from this. Jocelyn said men will be crying when Edge wins. Conrad, Theory help Seth beat Edge. Maybe Theory shows up to do that. They will be there, and this match is happening. Okay. Good to hear. Yeah, I read that. I haven't listened to any of the reports on why it's happening, so thank you, Azan, for putting that out there. I appreciate that. It may be unpopular, but I don't want to see them again. Ooh. I like this match. I got Sasha Banks winning this as well, SC. Sasha winning. Tasha Steele's got new music too. Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out tonight on Impact if she's wrestling. Her crew. Yeah, I don't like that Sasha's got that crew thing now. I don't like it. I don't like that stable. Raquel and or not Raquel. Shit. What am I saying here? Carmella and Malachi Black's girl. I can't even think of it. Her name. I think Naomi should join the bloodline. Somebody just brought up maybe Naomi will show up with Bianca. Maybe, but I think she could join the bloodline. She could even cost her here, and that could be her first feud. I want Randy Orton to interrupt RKO Sasha. Whoa, Eddie. Whoa. So yeah, we'll see. I got Banks winning this in the end though. Selena Vega, thank you. Zelina Vega and Carmella are her like backup now. I hope they don't do that. Sick, great question. Where the F is Liv Morgan? Bro, they don't know what they want to do with her. Sasha, Carmella, and Zelina look like the Canker sisters from Ed, and Eddie. Peace. Yeah, I don't know where Liv Morgan is. I don't know what they're doing in this one. This match should be a banger, though. I think this has potential to be match of the night. The Edge match with Seth has it. This match has it. And I think the main event can be, too, if it's the spectacle that we all want it to be. Ace, Bianca Belair retains the SmackDown Women's Champ. Also, Becky Lynch comes out and challenges Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Yeah, if you wanted to give her that big moment to catch up, what backup is Bianca going to have? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Now we're getting into like these little miniature like crews and gimmicks with everything, and I'm not feeling that. Just not for me. Not for me. But let's talk about the match we've all been waiting to talk about. The main event. It is going to be, from some people's childhoods, their main guy, John Cena. He's been around for a long time. John Cena, some people love him, some people hate him. He's their favorite. Versus the big dog, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, with Paul Heyman in his corner. This matchup has a lot of potential. I feel like Roman Reigns has been on such a run. He won the championship last year at SummerSlam. He made his return. He stopped The Fiend and Braun Strowman, both men gone from the company. Fucking crazy, right? Like, this is the matchup that we have here now, though, in front of us. This is way more intriguing than when they did it in October a couple years ago. Like, I don't even know what we're doing here. Like, I don't know why they felt the need to rush that match. I think Cena was leaving. They said, oh, put him over now. They did the same thing with Reigns that they did with Cena. They were trying to force, and it wasn't working. So I don't know here what they're going to do, but I'm agreeing with what Jason says and Sick. Roman Reigns retains. I got to take Roman at this point, too. Roman Reigns says CM Punk is not over. Yeah, I think that's going to be, we'll see. We're going to find out on possibly tomorrow. We'll see. And we're going to be live on this channel after AEW Rampage. We're going to do a little quick review of it, kind of react to it. It won't be probably super long, but it'll be fun. Everyone's saying Roman retains. There's rumors that Randy Orton will be the 17-time world champ. I can see a Big E cash in on Cena too, Azan says. Popo says Roman. Listen. There is no way you can go wrong pick in the head of the table. Roman Reigns needs this W. He's the man. He's earned it. Roman Reigns wins by a masked woman showing up and attacking, and it's Nikki Bella who low blows Cena. She would probably enjoy that, getting the opportunity to get some revenge on Cena, right? I don't think we'll see the Nikki Bella come in, but I do think Roman Reigns is going to figure out a way to get the victory here, and I don't think there's going to be any frills or any surprises here. I think if there is a cash-in on this show, Big E has options. I really thought Big E was going to be the guy to take down Roman Reigns. If it's not Big E, who is it? It's not The Rock. It's not all these other guys coming back. I don't know when then do you have Roman lose. He's turned into this unbeatable monster. Roman wins or we complain online. Cena got to make movies. Literally told Vince, hey, man, I need you to develop more talent. I can't keep coming back. Imagine if Cena turns heel or Punk shows up at Punk shows up at AEW, Conrad. It could happen, Jeff. There's lots of things happening, man. That can shake up something like you said. We've got you covered, though, this weekend. So make sure you guys are back here tomorrow after Rampage, 11 o'clock. I'll be live on the stream. I'll try to get that set up for you guys at some point tonight or tomorrow in the morning. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. SummerSlam, everything we just went over in the previews, the predictions. We're going to review SummerSlam on Saturday. So come back in here for that as well. And come talk pro wrestling, man. That's what we're all about. It's all about you guys for this. And if you guys are interested after this, man, go check out the Insiders. They're going to be doing a review at 8:30 of Impact Wrestling. They're live right now. So make sure you guys go check out the Insiders, Joe and Jeff talking Impact Wrestling. Hopefully I could try to get in there. I'm going to go out after this for a second and I'll try to pop in there if I can. But thank you guys so much who came in here and joined us. Yo, Derek, I see you slacking. You see them Edge picks from 2K. We just put them up twice in the chat, man. You got to go back and rewind this one, Eric. Yeah, we checked them out, man. But for everybody who has come in, left a like on the video, I appreciate you. Those who listen on the podcast end, we've been getting lots of listens from Nigeria, by the way. Thank you to everybody in Nigeria who enjoys the podcast, man. Thank you. We'll be back with a review coming up. Rampage tomorrow. SummerSlam review on Saturday. Be here. Hit subscribe. I'm out. Peace.